I would like to know how each of you stand on Amendment 4 that we're voting on in November.
Okay, we'll start with Carolyn down the line. Carolyn?
Yes, hi. Actually, I'm going to vote for Amendment 4, yes. The reason has to do with, you know that actually what the county commissioners just recently did, they just changed zoning. Even some people live in a neighborhood right next to the zoning, and 400 of them said, no, don't change the zoning. And the planning and zoning said no, and the county commissioners voted yes. See, that's why all you guys can vote. That's why we have to vote yes for Amendment 4. That's going to help our economy.
Thank you. Joe?
I stand for a no on Amendment 4. Very clearly, it is mired with a lot of challenge for us here in Indian River County and for everyone else in this state. Every amendment will be mired with wording that the citizens will not be able to comprehend. The decision that we just made last week, the stack of pages we wanted held high, was about a foot high. A foot high. How can we get that on the ballot? How could the voters have enough information to be able to make that decision? And quite frankly, that decision was well supported by the voters. That decision had public hearing. That decision had public input. And that's what representative form of government is. And that will be taken away if Amendment 4 goes yes. It's all in your hands, you the voter. Please vote no on Amendment 4. Otherwise, we will not be able to get through the action of economic recovery that you're all anticipating and counting on us to be able to do. You're electing individuals to ensure this is probably the most business-friendly commission that has existed in Indian River County. And you can just imagine that all of the business issues, business-oriented stimulation decisions that were made, and I want to thank Chairman O'Brien for earmarking several of those issues as we move forward through economic development. You know what the vote was across the board? 5-0. Why? Because a lot of research was done and a lot of public input was made. And we want to continue to have that public input at the educated level and not at the disoriented level when you have to guess what 75 words look like on a ballot that represent a foot of paper. Thank you.
Mr. Snell?
How many of you here understand Amendment 4 totally in its capacity? Okay, not even a percent. Okay, this is my feeling on Amendment 4. If there's something that you don't understand, and regardless of what your degree of education, and I feel that everyone's here, everyone that is here, we all have a common interest in where we're going in the future. Amendment 4, I have a problem with it because there are the seen and the unseen things. And the unseen things in it strengthens and supports the rest of Amendment 4. And that's scary. And what you don't know is what we fear. Remember, I just said earlier that in order to get away from that, in order to get to this, we have to understand. Now there's a lawyer's version of Amendment 4, and there's also the laity version. But if you're part of the laity, like I am, I want to understand what I'm voting yes for. In a forum not too long ago, last month, we were out at Heron K. And Heron K is zoned in an industrial or commercial zoning district. Now, if a new developer, the owner of Heron K, or either Heritage, decides that, okay, I want to sell this property and let it become commercial. So what are all of those people going to do? Pack up their modular homes, find somewhere else to live? A lot of seniors are there. A lot of people that are struggling day to day. If you know what it's like to struggle, and you don't want a bunch of nonsense and foolishness Remember, I said we've got to step out of what we've become. And that's the hardest thing for us to do. We are disenchanted, disillusioned, and we're just being filled with nonsense. Let's get to the truth of the matter. Get individuals up there who know what they're doing, who are going to be there for your best benefit, because you are the stakeholders. That's very important. This facility should be overflowing with standing room only, people out in the street hearing what's going on. But I applaud you for being here because your time is very precious. I don't have time to waste, and neither do you, because we're not going to get it back. So I'm going to finish here. Amendment 4 is too convoluted. If you want to, go up on the internet, look at what happened in St. Petersburg. There are more lawsuits than you can shake a stick at. Educate yourselves on the issues and on the candidates. Thank you.
Let's go down the row.
I am not for Amendment 4. I think that's why we have this process. You elect some heads to kind of make those decisions, and hopefully you voted correctly to put the right people in office to make those decisions. I just think it's going to be a lot of money being spent, a lot of confusion, and I was about to say Coach Joe Flescher came up and said the amount of paperwork that you would have to read to be well informed on Amendment 4 takes this commission quite some time to grasp it all. And I think you need to make the right decision on putting the right commissioners in office to handle those decision making. That is for you.
Thank you, and I'm opposed to Amendment 4 also for all the reasons we heard from the prior group and from Mr. Holmes. I am opposed to Amendment 4.
Yeah, not much more I can say on that either. I am opposed to it. There's too much ambiguity in the proposal, and like I said, November 3rd, if it passes on the 2nd, on the 3rd, it'll be in court for several years. So, but basically, there's just too much ambiguity in the law. Thank you.